So now that I pretty well figure that everything is ready to go, I thought it would be kind of neat to take a quick tour through the ship to show you everything that's been done, and then we'll depart this asteroid en route for Mercury, which should be the farthest planet at the very beginning of the solar system. So anyway, this is kind of where everything started. Way back when I first started the this particular season, the medical room was sort of in this area, but here we've got a welder. This is all, you'll see these welders all around back here, because these are a suggestion that I really liked from one of you. Of course, I have my little windows on the sides here that are completely unnecessary and great for drones to attack. And we have the 2 jump drives along with another welder. We have this walkway coming up to the back side of the main reactor, where we have a walkway that goes port and starboard to the nacelles and to the pylon airlocks. So we'll wander over this way to the port side. There's the airlock out here. So now you can see that I have placed the little light with the sensor for the light, and both pylons are set up exactly the same. As we come in here, we have the port nacelle, which is identical to the starboard nacelle. I put in some grates along the floor here over top of the gyroscopes. Have a small reactor in here. Another, these red containers are considered magazines, and their primary purpose is to hold any kind of ammunition for the guns that they're connected to. The initial suggestion by the person who made the suggestion was this, with the welder to a decoy, and there are timer blocks that are set up so that it will alternate between port and starboard after every 30 seconds. And this is all heavy armor all the way around the decoy. And the only thing that I'm not too crazy about is the fact that this only reaches 1 block. So the blocks that are on the outside will get damaged and the decoy will be exposed, but with the welder connected sort of kind of to it, it should never fail until I run out of components. Most of the lighting systems now are on a sensor. Hopefully that helps with any kind of game tasking to my system. And back to the other stuff here, both pylons have an oxygen tank and an oxygen generator. As you see, as we enter the area of the engineering bay, the lights turn on. Let's see, we have these walkways on both sides, and as you can see, there are 2 welders there for the reactor, as well as they will take care of some of those modules that are up there. Let's see here. The cargo compartment. See, we have a nice little overlook into the cargo area, and I've thrown in a few displays to show me what's in each of the cargo containers. I'm trying to manually keep them separate, as far as more of the ores and ingots are over here, and any of the components are over here. I had to put this terminal in, well, I call them terminals, but a programmable block in to run the script for these, because as you will see in the bridge, trying to use those terminals did not work out for some reason, and that's okay. That's fine. We have a port and a starboard airlock that go out down towards the waist of the ship, and this bottom plating is the bottom of the ship. I guess we'll go forward and into the hangar. Here we are in the hangar. It's not very big, but it's a nice little airtight compartment that I can do small to grid repairs and building. I will be using this in a while to create a probe that I would like to use whenever I come across a planet that I'm not sure of, and send it down just to see what the conditions are. I have been having some issues, little hiccups, as far as it seems that Space Engineers has a temperamental side to it now, where these buttons that used to be mapped, now they are, my groups disappear, and I'm finding it very, very frustrating. But hey, that's okay. Just takes me about half an hour to finally figure it all out and get it all set so it all functions again. And this is the lower forward. There are two airlocks side by side, separated by a conveyor, and I'll show you why there's a conveyor there. And if you look out these windows, you can see the dropship, and they are protected by these wonderful louvered things. I have a couple of cargo containers, one on each side, and an air vent. And we'll take this ladder up in just a moment. But let's go outside and I will show you why this is the way it is. And here we are, egress from the lower forward, and you can see that I've created this little depression to house the fighter. And it's connected through that connector, which is connected to the conveyor in between the two airlocks. Now, granted, this isn't the greatest of designs in order to get to the fighter, but instead of making a huge bulbous hangar off the bottom here, I decided to do this instead. And now we'll go back inside. Let's go up to the next level. And this is top forward. You may recognize this from when I was building the dropship, which is just through there. But this is, I decided to use the ladder because that was such a big thing, I guess. I came into Space Engineers after the ladders had disappeared. But that is very cool, and I was able to utilize it in this kind of situation. So there's nothing much in here, just the projector sensor for the lights. I left this. I thought it was going to be temporary, but I think that it's good where it's at. And I have a cargo container right here. We'll worry about the dropship when it comes time for me to use the dropship. So let's move into the bridge. This is the bridge. And I already got a little glitch there. Anyway, I'll fix that. Do it right now, just because it's going to drive me crazy if I don't. Center, and then there is no reason for that to be like that. And it's a glitch. No, it's not, because that whole section is missing. Why did that disappear? space engineers. That's what it's supposed to look like. So now I'm going to have to build that over here again. Oh, so awesome. Anyway, this is the bridge. I tried to utilize the radar mod, and it doesn't work. But this works. This works. See the ship in all its glory. See it there? That's cool. Oh, and I wish I could push the button for the lights that are supposed to shine down and make it easier to see this, but it's gone. Well, at least, I mean, that wasn't too bad. I'll fix that later before I leave. You can see the ship, and I don't know why the hangar doors are not showing, but they're not showing. Anyway. I couldn't figure out what to put on these displays on either side, so I left them blank. And these are timer blocks that I'm not really using, but they're here just in case. And the programmable blocks. Each of these stations will control the guns for that appropriate side. These guns are on this side of the ship, and that one over there is for the guns on the opposite side of the ship. And this is my command seat, and this is the stuff that I decided to put on here. And it's pretty legible. I mean, really, you know, it's really legible. I wish I could kind of zoom in with my eyeballs, but that's okay. I don't know anything else to put in there. I have a variety of things here about power readouts, gravity. These two are supposed to be linked so that when there's damage blocks, they will fill up and it'll be red text. There's my jump drive status, and I'm moving around really fast. I don't know why. Oxygen tanks, there's the starboard one and the quantity of ice in there. Port tank and the generator ice quantity, and those are kind of low, so we're going to need to find some ice. There was no longer ice on this asteroid, by the way. And then this is for the docked ships. Show me what ships are docked. And Tangerine Traveler is actually the name that I have given the large ship, because it's kind of an orange look, and I'm going to be traveling around, and the Tangerine Traveler kind of has a ring to it. So funny, it's saying that umbilical connector is connected to Tangerine Traveler, which hypothetically it's correct because of the merge blocks. If I undid the merge blocks, it's possible that would change to the dropship's name, which is right now just dropship. Then I have some trivial things here: the location, speed, dampers, stopping distance and time, and the ship mass. With the actual date, time that I'm recording this. So now you will see the difference between when I record and when you get to see it. So that's why a lot of your comments and suggestions take 2 or 3 episodes to actually show up. It's because I'm recording at least a week in advance, and my schedule doesn't allow me to record and edit videos and incorporating your suggestions and comments immediately. So, yeah, we'll see the other part of this. Maybe somebody has a suggestion as to why. The mod basically, from what I understand, is you drop this in place, you name it the same as the antenna, and put the antenna in place, and ta-da! You've got a 3D representation of the area, targets, neutral, enemy, friendly. But anyway, you've seen this. Somebody thought that there was just a single welder. Well, there are 2 build and repairs separated by a welder, and that's just because My luck is that the build and repairs would be busy repairing other parts of the ship as I'm getting attacked, and then one of them gets destroyed, the other one just continues doing its own thing, and then they both get destroyed and everything dies. So the welder is there specifically to weld everything in this one block area. And I've had it on and walked around in here and have not been zapped. So, not to say it's not going to happen, but I mean, it's all good. And now we are back in the cargo compartment, but we're at the top. You can see that I have these fancy catwalks, which I very much like. The two large cargo containers. There are welders here. This one pretty well will take care of the refinery. That one will take care of this cargo container and one of the modules there. This also takes care of that cargo container. And yeah, that's it. I mean, there's not a whole lot to the ship, and I tried to not go crazy and make it some monstrous thing. We'll leave that to Robin Shield and his massive, massive ship. I bet you if I parked this next to his big blue ship, this thing would look tiny. But anyway, I don't think there's really anything else that I need to do or I'm going to have to do, so probably time for me to get ready to leave. What I will do is, I think I have room in my inventory. Yeah. I'm going to go ahead and remove these blocks down here. Now what are you going to do, grab boots? Because we want to leave this place just as pristine as it was when we got here. Kind of like the Boy Scout way. If I remember right. Oh, jeez. Now the grab boots are just being a pain. And I decided to take away the original gear that was in here and replace it with these. You know what? What if I were to do something like... see, I don't want to do that, so I'll put that. And there we go. I don't know. I mean, kind of gives a little more structure. I don't know. It's I'm gonna be doing little things here and there. Anyway, let's get going. Let me take care of this. First off, let me shut this off so I can jump up here and I won't feel like I'm in the middle of something. No! I'm sure glad that wasn't the outside. Phew. No. No. See here? There's that. Okay, so now I'll use this panel here. Where is that? Is it AR? No. What was the rotor? Let me see. Mount. Bridge mount. Port starboard. Port. Huh. I have them mismatched. Okay, so now we're cooking with Crisco. Oh, I need a couple of things. Now, how did I do this? See here, yes, it's right there and there. And then, oh, you know what? That center one is not. That's not going to be anything. Let's see here. It's going to be a timer block. And then there's going to be terminals up here. And then there's going to be a button and those. And then it's going to be those. Okay. So, that. What do you mean unable to place the spotlight? Listen to me. You don't know what you're talking about. Forgot. Go. Alright, so I wanted to also, while I'm up here, let me find the bridge mount starboard. Going to extend it down so that it's... Oh, did I go the wrong way? No, I went the right way. And so now we put these wonderful blast door blocks on here. It's funny how it jostles around a little bit. When there's really no reason for it to do that, I guess. Because the collision boxes are not quite big enough. Okay, things are. I didn't have these problems before, but I think that's because I was locked to the to that plate that was down there. Come on. Don't be temperamental with me here. Okay, so there is the beginnings of that. So let me get into this here. There, it's done. Yay. So, it's back. Hopefully it doesn't disappear again. What Alrighty, so yeah, it's time for me to vacate this area. And we are now going to vector towards Mercury. A little while. Little while. Little ways away. So we're going to keep moving. It's right there. We're looking at, looks like 7 minutes to charge. Oh, I didn't happen to mention, if you look here, these windows are double paned. So, hypothetically, they are, oh, hey. You know, I do need to get some ice. I don't know if there's any huge asteroids in the area, but that looks like a possible target down there to get ice. So you know what? That's what we're gonna do. So now I'm gonna turn on the keel lights, and I'm going to turn on the ore detector and see what we get. Alright, so right now we have ice, gold, iron, and uranium. Well, ice is the main thing. So I definitely need to look into that. So let's go. Oh, wow. Nice big patch. Gimme, gimme, gimme.